Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. In this video we are going to have a look at top symptoms of bad engine control unit or engine control module. The engine control unit ECU is also called the engine control module ECM. This module processes information sent to it from the engine sensors so it can regulate your engine performance by making adjustments to the air-fuel mixture, fuel usage, and combustion spark. If you drive a new car, it controls even more than that. The ECU controls all different sensors and solenoids of your car engine. On this video, you can see there are different types of ECUs. Even though the shape and configuration and the construction is different, their function is entirely similar. If the ECU starts to malfunction, any number of problems can occur, to the point where the car can't even be driven. Let's have a look at some of the top symptoms indicating bad ECU or ECM. 1. Check engine light alert. Usually, the check engine light will come on at the first sign of trouble. The easiest symptom to recognize is when the check engine warning light is illuminated on the dashboard. In case where there is engine control unit problem, if the ECU detects issues with its electronic component, if it has detected problems with circuits and sensors, it will immediately cause the check engine warning light to be illuminated. To figure out the engine control unit is truly having a problem, you need to search for specific trouble codes on your vehicle's computer. Therefore, whenever there is a check engine light that is illuminated on the dashboard, diagnose the vehicle to see if you have a failed ECU. ECU troubles can be caused by bad ECU relay, or it can be caused by bad ground. There are several engine control module failure causes. 2. Engine misfire or stall. Another symptom that may follow a warning light illumination is an engine that misfires or maybe even stalls. The ECU controls the order in which spark plugs fire. If that order is compromised by a faulty engine control unit, you will end up with a misfiring plugs. You may find your engine idling roughly, it may sputter, or it might try to pick up speed or sometimes rev down, or even stall while you are stopped and idling, or while you are in motion. If the ECU is faulty, there won't really be any consistency with the misfire and the engine stall. The pattern of engine misfire and stall will be random, making it hard to pinpoint the specific engine problem. Oftentimes, this is because when the engine control module is failing, it is feeding the engine some false information. Faulty ECU sends the wrong information to the engine, possibly causing too much fuel or too much air to be admitted into the engine, causing wrong air-fuel ratio. If the problem gets worse, the performance of the engine will deteriorate while it is running. So misfire is another indication of bad ECU. 3. Bad gas mileage or poor fuel economy. The ECU gathers data from the vehicle sensors and electronic components, and using this data, it will determine how much fuel has to be injected into the cylinder. When the engine control module fails, it might not know the right amount of gas to send to the combustion chamber, and this may cause high amount of fuel to be injected into the cylinder. This means you will have a compromised fuel mileage. Proper air-fuel ratio is needed for vehicle to function optimally. But electronic control module won't understand how much fuel should be sent to the combustion chamber. Too much fuel is often sent to burn in the combustion chamber. This will result in using more fuel than necessary. So it is important to keep track of your fuel economy. A sudden drop in fuel economy is also a strong symptom of bad ECU. 4. Poor engine performance. Faulty ECU may cause the wrong amount of fuel to be delivered to the combustion chamber. When this happens, you are going to notice some performance issues. It may even shake and vibrate, especially when trying to go uphill, when there is a lot of extra weight in your car, or when you are towing something. You may also experience rough idle due to not having enough fuel for the conditions. Poor engine performance can cause damage to a car engine if it exists for an extended period of time. Noticing poor engine performance is easy because if your car engine performance goes down, the car will shake and vibrate. Poor engine performance is a very strong symptom of bad engine control module. 5. Car won't start. The worst symptom of bad ECU is when your car does not start at all. It may be difficult to start at first, but then it will never start up again. This happens after the engine control unit has completely failed or if it does not function at all. The engine control module does what its name suggests. It controls the entire engine. If the ECU has died completely, you won't be able to start your vehicle. Your engine could cut while you are driving if the ECU malfunctions. Once you have coasted to a stop, you won't be able to get your automobile started again. It's a good idea to get your engine control module tested at the first sign of trouble. Please always remember, ECU failure is a gradual process. If it malfunctions, you will be able to drive your car at the initial stage. When it completely fails, however, that is where your car won't start at all. Once the ECU is completely out, the engine won't have any computer to regulate its function. The engine will crank as you revolve it, but it won't start because there is no computer to feed it with the needed information. There is no computer to provide it a spark. There is no computer to provide it with the required fuel. Again, there could be other reasons for your engine not to start up too. The only true way to know if this symptom is related to a failing engine control unit is to have it inspected. 6. Loss of acceleration. Loss of acceleration is another sign of bad ECU. It's always easy to notice if you have less acceleration in the vehicle. On some cars, the vehicle ECU is directly connected with the transmission control module. This is basically because the ECU helps the transmission control module make proper adjustment for your car acceleration. When the ECU goes bad, the transmission control module is not able to operate properly, which leads to loss of acceleration. So when the ECU is defective, it won't be able to adjust your car transmission and you will experience less power of acceleration. ECU getting overheated. Car ECU gets some normal heat from the processor, from the transistors, and from the chips that are installed in it. But if the ECU frequently gets overheated, this is not a good thing. This is not good operating environment for the ECU. Overheating can damage the ECU. An overheated ECU can't control the vehicle properly, and hence it may bring some issues in performance. Frequent overheating of the ECU is a clear indication of trouble. It is a good idea to check the temperature of your car's ECU. In some cases, some code can appear if your car ECU is getting overheated. Number 9, engine locks or surge. Because the ECU controls your engine timing and fuel usage, you might notice engine performance issues such as lagging or surging if the module is going bad. For example, if your engine isn't getting enough fuel because the ECU is faulty, your vehicle will lag or stutter when you step on the accelerator. Too much fuel can also make your engine to surge and increase fuel consumption. The ECU can throw off your engine's timing, leading to incomplete combustion and engine knocking. And finally, number 10, rough or irregular shifting. This usually happens when there is a loss of power. But in this case, it happens when the ECU sends false information to the transmission control module. It also means the transmission control module is not getting appropriate information it needs to shift the gears smoothly. Because of this, the transmission will find it difficult to shift gears smoothly and at appropriate times. So those are some of the top 10 most common signs of bad ECU. Repairing a faulty ECU is not easy. No matter how long you have been driving, you have to have proper knowledge and experience to fix a bad ECU. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you in this video. If you enjoyed what has been presented, please smash the like button. If you are new here, do consider subscribing and turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.